What's happening? 40-day turn up 2019 global. Let's get some light in here. Oh, hope you all are doing well. There we go. Hope you guys are doing well on today and blessed. I'm Dr. Joe, author and founder of The Journey 40-day turn up, and wanted to welcome you. You guys are getting settled. We are 2 weeks away. Wow. It's amazing to see how close we are to the kickoff of your brand new life. I just wanted to touch bases with you to say hello, to greet each of you. This is a bit different because we've got groups spread over the entire world. We have individuals who are all over the state of Georgia, the city of Atlanta. They're all over the country. We've got international groups, so that's why we're calling this the 40-day turn up global. It's amazing in a point of transparency. I've been doing this or similar types of groups like this for the past 6 years or so, somewhere thereabout. And for the past 3 years, every time I prepare to undertake a new group, I'm always saying to myself, I'm not doing it. It's too much. It's too difficult. I'm not making any money out of this. I'm paying money sometimes to do it. It's too much work. It's too much energy, too much effort. I'm just not doing this. Literally, in my mind, every time another session is on the precipice of coming out. So whenever I finish a session, I always tell myself that was the lie. I'm not doing that again. Every single time. It has nothing to do with success. It has nothing to do with results. But it just has everything to do with, one of the hardest parts of life, man, sometimes is doing what you're supposed to do. Not to compare my life to Christ. I'm not trying to compare my personhood to Christ, but, the purpose of Christ was to come to this world to die. And he himself didn't want to do that, Your purpose can't always be romanticized. It's not always going to be cute and pretty and play out in this certain type of narrative and happily ever after, or, this nice, neat storyline. But sometimes it's going to be gritty, and sometimes you're just not going to want to go. But every time I'm on the verge of saying I'm not doing this again, the right person around me, the right people say things to me, things happen, and I tell myself, you know what? It's not up to me to stop what God is about to do. I say all of that to say, what hurts me more in this process are the individuals who are taking advantage of something that people would pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for. A process that if people knew about this, they would have done it and may not have had that heart attack or that stroke or gotten that cancer because of some lifestyle that could have been avoided. What bothers me more than anything else are individuals who are part of this one-off, divinely inspired, amazing process, and they come into it. I'm in 100%. My journey administrator, Steph Andry, is in 100%. All of my coaches are in 100%. Our church, our ministry is in 100%. And then you got that one person that comes in here and is excited for 3, 4, 5, 7 days, and then they quit. That disgruntles me more than anything else. So if you're in this process, what I want from you, clearly I don't want your money because you're here, okay? I've been told that I'm crazy. I've been told, do you know how much money you could make on this? I've been told that. I just cannot bring myself to monetize this process at or through the individual. I just can't do it. Maybe it is stupid. Maybe something is wrong with me. Who knows? I don't know, but I just can't do it. But I'll tell you this, in 6 years since I've been doing this, I've never gone without. God continues to bless me. I'm happy. I'm stable. Everything that I want and need, I've got it. Everything my family needs, I have it. God has blessed me with good health. My parents are alive. My church is open. I've got eyes and ears. I drive in my own car. Hey, man, I'd rather be blessed because I was obedient than try to come up by capitalizing on someone. I just can't do that. So I wanted to stop by just to have a one-on-one with you, to let you understand that you are about to do something very, very, that has a lot of weight, a lot of gravity. You literally can rewrite your future by this process. You can gain days that perhaps you would have lost. You can change who you are. It's more than the weight, the blood pressure. It's about changing. It's about changing. There's someone who's here. You're going to go through this process and you're going to do well. You're going to lose weight and you're going to be proud of yourself. And there are individuals who've been through this process and you let the weight come back. But let me ask you a question. Let me tell you what happens. How many of you, if you were working in a mailroom in a company and you worked hard and your supervisor saw how hard you were working and said, you know what, this person needs to be elevated. And you were elevated from a mailroom worker, you making $12 an hour, to being the supervisor of that whole department, making $100,000 a year. Let's just say that. How many of you, after you were elevated, would voluntarily say, you know what, I don't want to make all this money. I don't want to have all this power. I don't want to have all this flexibility. I want to go back to the mailroom where I was. How many would do that? I'll wait. No one would do that. That's asinine. That makes absolutely no sense. For those of you who've gone through this process, you worked hard, you lost the weight, your blood pressure went down, you changed your life, and then time the process was over, you let that weight creep back up. What you did in essence was you left your elevation to go back to where you started. When you come through this process, I don't want to see none of y'all again. I want y'all to be able to take what I'm going to pour into you and what my leaders are going to pour into you and what this ministry is going to pour into you. And I want you to use it as a foundation. I want the 30 pounds you're about to lose, the 40 pounds you're about to lose, the blood pressure medication you're about to get off of, all of the things that are about to happen. When we stop, I want that to be your start. When we stop, I want that to be your start. Get that in your head. This is just a 6-week ride. But this is time for me to change my life. This is time for me to not allow my habits to mitigate my purpose on this planet. I hope you're well and blessed. The only thing that you need to do is to follow the instructions of your captains. I look forward to meeting you all. Some of your groups, I'm going to be there live here and there. I don't know what my schedule is going to be, but I will. I look forward to working with all of you all. To all of my leaders from the 40-day turn-up, all of you are worth your weight in gold. Each of you. I intimately know each of you and wouldn't trade you for anything. And really, the vast majority of you all are members of our church. Love each of you. To all the captains who said, you know what, I'm going to sign this group up. I care to make a difference in somebody's life. You bust your behind. You've done all the stuff. You put everything in Quip. You've done everything. God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you. My sincerest condolences goes out to one of our captains who lost her mother. I was able to talk to her today. Let's keep her lifted in our prayers. Okay? I love each of you. Let's get our minds right. Let's be focused. Let's be excited. Let's work together. Pray for me. The prayer that I want you to pray on my behalf is, Lord, use him, that whatever's on the inside of him is able to freely come out to me. I want you to pray that whatever I teach you, that even if it doesn't agree with you when I first say it, that you trust me as your virtual pastor, right? That I know what I'm doing and that I would never tell you anything that would harm you. And the third thing I want you to pray for is I want you to pray, Lord, when I'm weak, build me up. Don't let me quit. Don't let me conjure up excuses as to why I should not do what I'm doing in this process. The last thing I want you to remember is whenever you're referencing this, what you're going through, don't call it a program. Matter of fact, if you hear somebody that says, I'm in the 40-day turn-up program, you check them. This is not a program. Why? Because programs have a start date and an end date. But a process is something that is ongoing. The folk who gain the weight back are the individuals who signed up for a program. But the individuals who move on to continue to live great, amazing, illustrative lives are individuals who know in their spirit that this is a process, because every day it never stops. Love each of you. Be well and be blessed. And I look forward to what God has in store for each of you. Shalom.